Here's Kobe. Lets it go from deep. Another three for Golden State.
Anytime Curry gets a look from deep, he's letting it fly. And he's probably knocking it down, too.
Here's the professor, covered by LeBron. Now the Warriors moving it up. On the wing, James. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Never a bad idea to set up LeBron. I mean, running offense for the King normally works out pretty good for you.
Here's Cruz. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. And a hard-charging attack.
And Grant, you look at these rosters, a lot of talent in the backcourt.
Oh, a sign of the times, B.A. Agility and skill is in demand, and that is on display tonight.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then there's Kobe Bryant. And it's Jordan in at the two-guard spot. Here's the professor. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Pass to Curry. Bryant outside. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
You know how you want to tell people don't let Giannis get too close? Well, one step past half court, he's too close.
And down it goes. 2 points.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And here's Bryant. Outside Curry. Picked it out of midair. Here's the professor. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And that one's good.
Well, the confidence that Steph has on the inside, once he beats his primary defender, he can finish over the top of the bigger defenders.
Here's the professor. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
And then Bryant with the dunk.
Yeah, that's just working for the better shot. We always talk about in the NBA, good to great, great possession there.
And looking at the career of Curry, his legacy is set. The titles, records, numbers all cemented him as a legend. Oh, man, you want to talk about taking flight? That's exactly what he did, making it look effortless.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Now, here is James. Outside Curry. Puts up a 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
That's just poor communication between those two. The passer has to make sure his teammate is established, and the teammate has to know the pass is coming. See, that's communication.
They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Here's the professor. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Curry with a steal. To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. Another shot. And he lays it up and in.
Great instincts by Giannis. Superb timing, and then he pounced on top of that miss.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the first. Here's the professor. He's covered by Curry. 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. The professor with a bucket. He's got 15.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Here's Bryant. Brooklyn with the board.
Well, he wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
Here's the professor. 15 points in the game. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. And here's Curry for three. The shot, no good. The Nets with a lead. Takes a three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
He's lighting them up. Tough to strategize a comeback when you're being run over.
Will it go? Fires in the triple. Curry's got 5 points.
Anything the opponent does, trust me, Steph can do it better. He's got to be the best shooter that we've ever seen in the game.
And so it's Brooklyn, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. Tough to run with them. They get the ball up. And one thing that makes the Greek Freak so dominant is he drives to score, but also to pass. He breaks it down for us.
I'm a lot more comfortable. It's because my...
Grant, I love that Giannis is not worried about the numbers.
I mean, B.A., he just wants to win. That's another thing that makes him great.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
And maybe a signal as well of how aggressive their defense has been tonight is to look at how many points they have directly off of a turnover. Good activity there.
And it's the professor in at the one. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's the professor. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Here's Curry. 7 points in the game. From outside the arc. Rebounded by the Nets.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Bryant, the pass to Williamson. Right wing. Here's Curry. That's his third basket in 5 shots. Solid work. And we're seeing teams pick up the pace. Something you set the trend for in Phoenix, Grant. Why do you think that's becoming more prevalent?
Great question. I mean, in today's game, we're all about the analytics, and that has shown that you shoot a higher percentage earlier in the shot clock. So it makes sense to push the tempo and see what you can get early.
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, B.A. Well, the Warriors have had a big problem committing fouls. Coach Steve Kerr has drilled them on moving their feet, not getting baited into the cheap ones. He said, quote, "We talk about it every day." And Stephen Curry said, quote, "It's on all of us to hold each other accountable, being in the right position."
Yep, and that's why he is who he is. Good stuff, Allie. Antetokounmpo finds Williamson. From deep, Jordan sinks it from distance. Jordan's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
There aren't many players that have come into the NBA as a consensus #1 pick like Zion Williamson did. Nobody was passing on this fella. Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 32 points. In that 2019 draft, Zion was a prize that every team in the lottery was hoping to win, Grant.
And that added a lot of excitement to that night. I mean, when you've got a once-in-a-generation talent like Zion, the lottery becomes a major event.
Well, after going first to nobody's surprise in June 2019, Zion Williamson had to wait a little bit before he got his first NBA game, suffering that knee injury in the preseason. And that debut came in January, the 22nd of 2020.
Connects from downtown.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And a deep three from Curry. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Curry's got 7 now in this quarter. In one of the most anticipated debuts in league history, Zion delivered.
Oh, man, it was an incredible stretch during that third quarter of the game. It was on national TV, and Williamson scored 17 points in a quick 3 minutes, knocked down 4 treys, and all of a sudden the NBA was abuzz that Zion Williamson had arrived. Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down. Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
James is checked in for the Warriors. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Poked loose. And pushing it up the floor. Here comes Brooklyn. The professor with a bucket.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Here's Curry. Second chance effort. And the layup is good. Curry's got 16 points.
It feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Here's the professor. He's covered by Curry.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Golden State has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Launches a 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Pretty much poor defensive effort there. You have to get a hand in his face when he's spotting up from distance.
Here's the professor. And the Nets, another 3.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
And here's Curry for 3. And it's the professor with a rebound. Here's the professor. Pass to the professor. Here's the professor. And at the buzzer, counted.
Just textbook. Kept his cool and waited for his shot.
That's exactly how you want to close out the quarter, too, with some confidence.
A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. It's the Nets. They lead by 18. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Brooklyn out in front at the half. They are in control of this game, up by 18.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. On the floor for the Warriors, they've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's out there with Kobe Bryant. LeBron James out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Jordan in a 2-guard. Golden State has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Got a piece of it. Here's the professor. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight. There's the drive, and yes, another basket.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, we know that Stephen Curry generally is regarded as the greatest shooter the game has ever known. He said for him, quote, "It starts with a great base and foundation and allows everything to feel perfect. The perfect shot feels effortless to me. Serene and quiet. It's only me, the rim, and the basketball." Powerful words from Stephen.
It is a thing of beauty, Allie. Excellent. Outside Curry. And the shot goes. Curry's got 21.
Where hasn't he scored from? Inside, outside, in between game, driving to the hoop. Steph doing it all right here.
The professor. And they recover it. They get it back. Goes up again. Antetokounmpo with the block. And they're on the run. Here's James. And rejected. Here's the professor. No luck on that one. Excellent D there from Bryant. Jordan, the pass to Bryant. The shot. That's good from Curry. On the assist from Bryant. Give him 23.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And the Warriors making a change here. Payton's checked in. Curry's shot is off.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Last year, Brent, Curry climbing the ranks on all-time made threes. Incredible to see how fast he's ascended the totem pole.
Well, the question's going to be, BA, is how big will that lead be once it is that Steph Curry retires? It's almost like Stockton and the steals numbers. Like nobody's touching John Stockton's steal numbers. I feel the same way with Curry's three ball.
Here's the professor. He's covered by Curry. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Well, he was terrific in the first half, guys. Maybe some adjustments from the opposing team coach, and he's lost a little bit of that touch here in the second.
Put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Here's the professor. He got it again! Sensational! 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one. Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Williamson's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, the defense coming at Zion shot hard right there, but he's smart. And he plays into it, getting the personal.
2 shots.
Williamson hits them both. 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's the professor. He's covered by Curry. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
And he lobs it up top. Deflected. Here's the professor. He's covered by Curry. And that one, good.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Outside Payton. This one for 3. Unable to get that one. Here's the professor. 3-pointer. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
Oh, they're on fire. The run punctuated by the big trifecta.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets, up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Here's the professor. And it's the professor in at the 2. So that's the Nets 5. Here's the professor. And good! There's another 71 points and no end in sight.
He's in the zone. The defense looks helpless.
To the inside. Here's Wiseman. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First team.
And James Wiseman, remember, the number 2 pick in the 2020 draft. A top prospect coming in.
Wiseman with a limited college stint. Might be the reason he went to number 2 on draft day.
And I think we got to show a little bit of patience with Wiseman having a truncated first season and then learning the NBA game after very little college experience. This is a 7-footer who can glide across the court, can finish at the rim, and is a great rim protector on defense. His game's coming.
Knocked away. Here's the professor. And the Nets, another 3. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Nets.
Their activity at the defensive end has been impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
I also love the fact that they played with speed tonight. They haven't sputtered one bit, constantly getting out on the break and creating opportunities in transition.
Another one falls. Amazing.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Knocks it loose. And now the Nets on the break. Pass to the professor. And again.
Incredible. 81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There's no slowing this guy down. He's on fire.
That's his 5th personal. Team 2nd.
And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Now here's Payton. No luck on that one. And Brooklyn going the other way now.
2 minutes to play. 4th quarter.
1:56 left in the 4th quarter. Count that one.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Here's the professor, guarded by Wiseman. Fades. And the Nets get it back. Here's the professor. Again, the Nets score.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Nets.
Absolute fireworks display. High-scoring game. They were unstoppable, Grant.
Yeah, just relentless from start to finish. And the pace was furious. Ultimately, they wore out the other team.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
And the basket is good.
Well, he's leading everyone in points right now. His teammates keep feeding him the ball, and he keeps delivering.
Golden State has gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. And the Warriors with another 3.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
From deep three-point range. And it's the professor missing.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
That's his 2nd personal, 3rd team foul. At the line for the Warriors, James Wiseman.
And the first one at the line is good. Good on both. and even in his later years. Andre Iguodala, one of the most feared defenders in the league.
And as the body starts to slow down a little bit, D.A., I think Andre still does a great job of positioning himself and using all of that experience to affect the defensive end of the floor.
Pass to Lee. Moody from outside. And it's the professor with a rebound. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
And again, it's the Nets missing. Iguodala outside. Here's Toscano. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when
I got a daughter now, so things are good, you know.
When are we going to see you on a cover of NBA 2K?
By 2K27.
Okay, I like that.
Let's do it.
Are you ready to go get my team card? Let's see how it turned out. Let's go.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. Looking at Boston, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Wizards.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
Point blank, this is a bad combination. If you're looking to get stops, that's not the way.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Suggs out there with Isley. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Patterson in at the four-man position. And it's Seattle with the ball. Following the bucket by the Celtics. The pass to Cruz. The long distance three is buried. The professor's got 6.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Curry, good.
What an effort from Curry in the paint. Not letting anything hold him back.
Here's Isley. Seattle grabs the miss. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's the professor. 6 points for him. 6 to shoot. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 8 points for him. Early on here, Greg, we already see some second-year players looking much improved over their rookie season.
Yeah, and if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. You're comfortable now with the speed and physicality of the game, and I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year.
And it's Seattle with the ball. Following the three-pointer by Boston. Fires from deep. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Here's Isley. He's got 5. The 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep. Seattle has come out of the gates quickly, leading by 5. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. He's looking for his guys to put up a terrific performance tonight, especially at the defensive end. He said, we want to use our length and athleticism to protect the rim and make it hard for shooters to get clean looks. This is the first meeting of the season between these two. Guys, we'll see how it comes out.
David, thanks for that report. Focusing on the defensive end. Greg, we'll see if they can get the stops.
Staying connected to shooters. I think if they can do that, they have a great chance to be successful.
And that's going to take great communication out on the perimeter. Expect them to switch quite a bit.
Here's the professor after the basket by Boston. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
And now, the first time out called here for Boston. We've seen the professor really having a great game.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to run him off his spots out there. He is rolling. 14 yards.
And so it's Boston with it. 9-point game. It's stolen. And pushing it up. Here's Seattle. And Curry with the stuff.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here. Possibly over before it began.
Now, here's Hart. Here's Cruz. From outside the arc. And again, Seattle with the triple. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Seattle.
Their aggressiveness on D has been the most glaring aspect of this game so far. They have the heat turned all the way up in this first half.
And it doesn't look like they'll be giving up on any plays tonight either. Their offensive rebounding has also been equally as impressive.
Boston making a switch here. Douglas is checked in to end the run.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Now, Suggs still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Isley, good.
Trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
Here's Cruz. And another 3 for Seattle.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Ball's knocked loose. And pushing it up, here's Seattle. Curry's got the ball. Wasted no time on that play. That's now 22 points for the professor.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Now, here's Suggs. And it's blocked. Here's the professor. Lets it go with a 3. They get it back. Pass to McCaw. Here's Cruz. Hands it from downtown. The professor's got 25 points in the game.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Now, here's Hart. Passes to Suggs. Now Adebayo. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. 23 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Launches it. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
Here's Isley, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Isley's got 14.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
And you know he was going to try to respond. Those threes canceling each other out perfectly.
And so it's Seattle with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. Back to the action after this word. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Seattle. Guys?
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Seattle, they've got Curry, also the professor out there. The professor out there with McCaw. And it's Connaughton in at the 4 slot. Here's the professor. Jamison covering. 5 to shoot. Here's Cruz. Good on the three-point shot. The professor's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Seattle.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Pass to Cheeks. Here's Logan, guarded by Curry. Here's Cheeks. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Here's the professor. Jamison covering. Here's the professor. Here's Cruz. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
A difficult situation for Boston. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Here's the professor. He has 31. Here's the 3. And they'll get another chance. From the arc. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Greg, you've got a unique view of the league, not just a former player, but great broadcaster, courtside all these games, but also as a father.